part. Not far off Levensworth now. Get off the rumble strip. So I'm about at the bottom of the mountain now, on the east side of Stevens Pass. Really quiet. Obviously this is a national forest. Don't ask me what the name of the national forest is, I can't remember. Wenatchee, no, not Wenatchee. It might be Wenatchee or something or other. National Park. It's really quiet because all the national parks as well, it's quiet anyway this time of year, but the national parks are all shut. All closed at the moment, obviously, because of the coronavirus. They don't want people up there, but they're on about opening them up. But not for camping, not for all camping apparently, only certain ones, so we'll see by the 5th or the 6th I think, because that's when hunting season starts. Not all the hunting, the fishing season starts on the 5th I think. What day are we on today? Somewhere around there now, isn't it? On there, so it might start to get busy, so a little bit busier, but at the moment nobody's out because you got no hikers. It's quite a big fine if you get caught ignoring it. I think it's about £1,000 or something like that, or up to 10 grand or something ridiculous. Because at first they didn't put a really, there was a fine on it, a sentence thing, but then it wasn't very much, so they changed it. That's pretty, isn't it? They changed all the fines and up the fines, and obviously it's worked because people are ignoring it at first and still going out. Which I'm all for, yeah, going out and going on your trails and shit like that. Happy days, get out there, fresh air, what you're doing, but you just can't do that, because then all of a sudden you've got not just one or two people, you've got hundreds of people, and the people that didn't usually do the trails doing the trails because they want to get out and do something. Hardly surprising, is it? Well, you know, I'm lucky I'm getting out there still with my work in my little cocoon, as it would be, in here, my little safety net. With meeting minimum people, but still out in the fresh air. Jesus, you guys, I don't know how you guys are coping with it, because I need to be outside. Shit, being stuck down for 6 weeks, 8 weeks, whatever it's going to be, and carrying on. I really feel for you. So just watch and learn. This is the outside world as you used to know it. That was a bit cheesy, that was a bit, sorry. This is what it looks like beyond your garden. So anyway, like I said, I've been into Canada this morning, chucked the load on, super easy, that loading, you know, I should have done it last year, it's so easy. I got there, I had 25 cages to come off, all of my cages got chucked off in no time, taken off with one of them little dolly things, pulled straight off, I didn't really touch them. Nice chap helped me out, and then loading them, I had 3 people helping me load. I probably touched the 4 cages, if that, of 16 cages, that's all I've got on. Tomato plants this time. Super run back through the border, lovely customs officer, I had a good natter with him. He says I need to put in and get my green card updated straight away, because there might be a waiting list, I can start it anytime. Soon the process, because it runs out in October, November, so we'll start it soon. Don't want to miss out on that now, do I? I'm running agricultural at the moment. E-log exempt, it's what, 8 o'clock, 8:15, so I'm losing the light now. It's my first drop is 161 miles as the crow flies. So that's 11 miles out of my radius of running agricultural. So I'm going to stop just before. I'll stop just a wee bit before, because I don't want to, which any time now actually, I want to find somewhere. I don't want to stop, I don't want to, look at that, that's pretty. Shit man, that's nice. Yeah, I am in the middle of the road, oops. Wow. You know what? I think I've got another little area up here. Yeah, there ain't any traffic by the way. Yeah, I don't want to get to the place, because if I get to the place, I'm going to have to start my E-log, my tacho, to get there. For the sake of 11 miles, it's not really worth it. I may as well wait out here, wait until the morning, and then I'll set off at about 3:30, so I'll get there for 4:30, something like that, 4:30. And then I've got my time ticking then, because I've got 4 other drops apart from that. 2 in Spokane. What have I got? Hang on a minute. I've got 2 in Spokane. I've got this one, 2 in Spokane, and then one about 50 mile east of Spokane. So nice and easy. I should be done for about 10 o'clock or something like that, hopefully. All being well. Here's a little rest area here. And then once I'm empty, you see, I can go back on personal conveyance, so get rid of the E-log again. Like putting the wire on, as you know. Like putting the wire on. That's loading it packed. Some people have been mentioning, saying, you all seem happy, Vernon, and what have you. Well, you know, I've been really lucky with the job. I've been extremely lucky with the places I've been all over Europe and shit like that. You know, it's being a truck driver has really been kind to me. It won't be kind if I drop this over the side of this fucking mountain, will it? That won't be kind. Won't be when my boss is kicking me ass either. Yeah, so I say I've been really lucky, very lucky. But the last 16 years of driving around the UK, don't get me. Oh God, that's full bit for me. I don't think it goes a bit close there. Last 16 years or something like that, of 15 years of driving around UK, was just really tearing me apart. It was a job, don't get me wrong, but it ends up not the job I was loving as being a truck driver. It ends up being just like a 9-to-5 job of going, and that isn't what trucking's about to me. Truck driving is either a love it or hate it job. And if you don't love it, you know, get out of it, because you may as well be working in a factory and then stop moaning about having to work extra hours. At least if you're working in a factory, then you'd be just going home at 5 o'clock and doing your shift work and end off. Because if, like I say, if you don't love it and you're gonna do that, you're gonna ruin your life. You're gonna be whinging constantly about the job, and you'll end up taking it home and moaning to the wife, moaning to everybody else about how shitty the job is. But it isn't really, it's what you make it. I tried to make the best out of what I could of driving around the UK. Let's go and look out here. I tried to make out the best I could, and I was going off on hikes and shit like that, and basically taking my mind off it of doing my... That's what I want to go, doing my adventure trips. Planning that, taking all my time, that was basically to do my... to plan my trips, where I was going to go away and stuff like that. So that's how I managed to get through 15 years plus of just over 15 years of driving UK shunter after doing international, which my international job when I was living in Spain, I absolutely loved that. Whoa, won't be showering or paddling in there, that's for sure. That is pretty, isn't it? What do you think? So yeah, going back to, so that was 15 years of shit. So when you come back out here, it's mainly in England was the problem was the traffic. Fuck the traffic. Like I say, it really does do you. And places to park. And towards the end, it was just, you were on edge every night when you're sleeping, worrying that somebody's gonna siphon your diesel, slash your curtain. You know, it was happening regularly. It's getting even more and more. What pisses me off even more, the police aren't doing anything. I know the tide and the stretch and stuff in the UK, but wow, it just seems acceptable to send whoever gets robbed and shit a crime number and saying get on with it. That isn't fucking acceptable. Not by any means. Well, not by my thoughts it isn't, I'll tell you. Looks a bit drifty, doesn't it? Wow, this is pretty. I think it's fair to say this lot's been here a while. What do you think of my garden for the night? Yeah, well that's me. I'm gonna go get a little bit of dinner. We've got spaghetti tonight. Whoa, that one's loose. I say in an hour I'm gonna lose the light down here anyway, so. Ow. Yes, there'll be them grumpy bears here, but I'm too gobby Englishman to be worried about that. I should frighten them off. Too loud, so that's the update. Get me drops off tomorrow. Should be hopefully be home for 6 o'clock or something like that. I'll let you know how we're getting on with the shower and what have you. I'll do a video on that later. I'll just bang my knee there. Right, we'll catch you all later. Goodbye. Wash your hands. Don't forget to wash your bloody hands.